Gold teeing up for a big short. Bitcoin looks like it wants to squeeze. Classic Friday coming up, guys. This is the daily entry. I'm bringing you day trading setups on the NAS, Dow, gold, oil, and of course, BTC. Let's go. Okay, so yesterday was a bit of a banger, and that high conviction NAS zone that we had preset orders for absolutely exploded, guys. So hopefully some of you guys got some of that action. And remember the rules. We are looking for short-term moves. These are high probability setups. I want 2-to-1, 1-to-1 trades. If we have an absolute cooker, then we'll hold on to a little bit longer. But you don't want to get married to these losers if they start losing your zones. Okay, so just play it safe, guys. Make sure you are clipping profits. Let's get into gold. Okay, what is going on with gold? So yesterday was super spicy, and the short I wanted yesterday didn't quite materialize. I wanted, if you guys watched yesterday, I wanted that drop. I wanted that second push up and then a beautiful drop to the downside on gold. Now they decided to just drop it lower. Now, as you can see, 24 hours later, gold is starting to move again, and we have to start re-looking at the oscillator, and we have to make a decision here as to where is our next highest probability zone. Remember, what we're trying to do here is find the highest probability setups for you with the lowest risk. Okay, so now 24 hours later, there's a fresh gold setup. We can't use the setup from yesterday without looking at the data in front of us. Now, what is going on with gold? You can see the oscillator has rolled over nicely, and now we are simply waiting for some kind of bearish divergence setup. Now, what does that mean for me? It means gold needs to attack a higher level to have that high conviction trade. And right now, it is looking like this region, 4,360 into 4,390. I've got the 100-day moving average. I've got beautiful wicks here. There is a little undercarriage at 4,420. Might be a wick into that zone, but this box as a whole is looking like the next probable gold short zone. So if you're looking for a gold short, that looks to me like the lowest risk place today. Now remember, we're going to be live trading these setups that you see here. We live trading it today. Within an hour of you watching this video, myself and Chento are live trading this on the Banter main channel. Click this link here. You're going to find it will direct you straight to that live trading. So make sure you watch it. We're going to trade gold, Dow, NAS, Bitcoin, and things like that. Let's go look at our next setup, and that is got to be Bitcoin. Now, what is going on? Why do I think Bitcoin is going to squeeze? Well, take a look at this. This is the Licky's heat map over the 2 weeks, and look at this liquidity build up to the upside and, in fairness, to the downside. Now, what does this mean for us? It means they're easy zones for these market makers to come and attack, and the most obvious zone for me right now has to be this push into the upside. Look at this upside liquidity all the way into 68k. So for me, it looks like if we start hitting a couple of stops on BTC, we might get a little second big push to the upside. So I want to give you these exact targets, and I want to show you exactly where I intend shorting this BTC move. Now you can see what's going on here. This is the 4-hour chart, and you can see on our oscillator we are getting a slight toe curler. So this tees us up to some kind of bearish divergence, and again, looking at this chart, trying to guesstimate where we can get the best rejection on this 4-hour time frame. Immediately I start looking at this zone here. It's our 786. Look at that. It will take out these wicks to the upside, and that is 65,930 is looking like the first squeeze zone here. So remember, if we get a squeeze, it might push up really fast, and then the question is, do the bulls step in? And you might find the bulls don't step in, and then there's just a big rejection from these types of levels. So 65,920 is looking like the big banger today, and then higher up, if they go hard, 66,870 into 67,200. Look at that VWAP sitting at the highs. This dotted line is a wick as well, and we could easily see that second push up and that drop. So those are my those are my long squeeze targets here on BTC, and these are fresh short zones. Now, with that in mind, I have actually trimmed my short position slightly on BTC because I'm scared that we're going to get some kind of pump here and I'm going to find myself in a bit of a spot. So the reason I've done that is this exact level over here. You can see this zone where everyone has been shorting. Look at that. If we come here, I do believe they're going to take this out and then send that one a little bit higher up. Okay, so just look out for that. I have trimmed my BTC short. I want to add higher up if we start squeezing through that, and we're going to find out pretty quickly on that live trading session. So you can see I'm running running BTC. I got a couple of scalps from yesterday. We took that ENA long on the live trading show on the Chart Hackers YouTube yesterday. That thing's absolutely cooking now for us, and I'm still sitting in some ETH positions, but we'll cover that on the live trading. Now let's get into our next one. That has got to be the Dow, and this one has disappointed me. It missed my orders by literal cents. Okay, we had orders waiting here from yesterday at this 53,720 region. You can see that we had a beautiful wick here to the downside, waited the whole day for this to come to the zone, and now you can see it has reversed early, and unfortunately it's printed that bullish divergence a little bit ahead of my big zone. So now what do we need to do? Well, now we need to be patient. There's only 3 trade zones at the moment for me on the Dow during the course of the day, and there's one of them is not so positive at the moment. So my iffy trade zone, the one that is losing conviction because we've already printed divergence, is this guy, 57,720. Let's call that a 50-50 zone. It's a possible reaction zone. I don't have high conviction after you've seen this bounce. Where's my big short? My big short is here. That is 54,490 into 54,550. So 54,490 into 54,550. That is the short zone. It looks like a dream short over here. Super bearish order block. Beautiful horizontals. Nice 786 as well. So hopefully we hit that on the live trading. And then in terms of high conviction longs, this is a proper banger. Look at this guy. 53,280 all the way down into 53,200, looking like the banger for me on the Dow. Remember, all these charts, they go into the Hackers Discord for you directly after the show. So just go into the show description, click on more, you'll find a link for the Hackers Discord. Go and sign up there. I've got a separate channel where I drop updates and setups and things for the daily entry in there. Let's go take a look at our next one. This is the NAS, and this was that banger from yesterday. Wow, this was a proper explosive move out of that zone, and that gives us the opportunity to look at that area again for a bounce. So I've got 2 main trade zones today for the NAS. Number 1 is another drop into 29,190. Look at that wick. I'd look for a short-term bounce on this, then maybe lower after that. So it's 29,190 looking good. And then the short, look at this wick up there. I think there's free liquidity. There's a free reaction there. So it's 29,875 into 29,950. Looking good for me on the NAS. If it drops lower, we'll deal with it on the live trading that we are doing in a couple of hours time. And then obviously, guys, the big one we need to watch, oil. And you can see this is rejecting slightly at this lower level that I did cover on the daily entry yesterday. And literally what we want to see, it's as simple as this: oil dropping, you'll see these other guys moving up, Bitcoin pushing up, Dow pushing up, NAS, etc., etc. The minute oil starts pumping up again, then these other guys will start falling over. So we're literally using oil as a guide today, and this is going to tell us step by step where we could get some action. So just 1 point to note here: if we do continue to get a bounce in the market, and I'm talking Bitcoin, Nasdaq, Dow, etc., etc., this is your first danger zone, 76.12. That's a high probability bounce zone on oil, and that could be a TP or a rejection zone on some of your other assets. Okay, so guys, there's the daily entry. We live trading shortly. Make sure you come and join us there on that live channel. There will be a box appearing over here. We'll see you there. Catch you guys later.